Hello and welcome to another Reaconteur video. Recently I made a video talking about Deepwoken's poor moderation and the issues with it. In today's video I'll be giving possible solutions to those and many more problems that I've found within the game's moderation rulebook and other sources like that. And yes, I am ranking Drip live on Twitch an hour after this video drops at 5 PM Eastern Standard Time. Now let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first issue I want to cover isn't exactly about the moderators, it's about the game's auto moderation. A very common ban reason within the Discord is auto ban for the game's automatic anti-cheat. While most of these appeals are likely little kids who tried injecting JJ-Sploit and got automatically banned for the shitty UI, false positives do occur like in every game, and the only way to get unbanned for a false positive is if you clip it. And you also have to keep in mind, this is a Roblox game. Lots of people playing Roblox are on laptops or lower-end PCs or don't have good enough computers to clip things, meaning a one-time false positive is often a ban that cannot be appealed. So how about doing this as a way to reduce false bans? Add an invisible flag onto people who trigger the anti-cheat. No AA gun, because that makes cheaters more cautious and less likely to trigger it. Take Rogue Lineage, for example. If you got AA gun once, you knew you had 2 more strikes while cheating before you would get banned, so you just stop triggering the AA gun. So just make it trigger silently 3 times before it bans someone. And of course at a cooldown so it doesn't trigger to the same thing. I shouldn't have to say that, but you'd be surprised. This would make it a whole lot less likely to ban people due to bugs, especially back when the game, and specifically the Ironclad, were super glitchy. Getting Ironclad or boat flung could result in bans, and there were a lot of old clips of people getting banned for getting flung, because if you Grand Javelin someone who was fishing, they would just get flung and would probably get banned. That is a real thing that used to happen. The next issue is another rule, the black market server rule. This one is not worth a permanent ban. First of all, unrelated, but who's BMing in this game? Nothing is rare anymore and the progression is rather easy, so for those of you who are actually black marketing, you are wasting your money. Now, about the servers. One issue is that these servers often get flipped into black market servers. Even guilds have flipped into black market servers. For example, the original Deepwoken trading server, before I owned it, was flipped into a black market with like 25,000 members. Afterwards, I took over a new one. Anyway, when it was flipped, about 2,000 people in that server got banned from Deepwoken for either not leaving soon enough or forgetting to leave. Which, by the way, that server never even got actually used as a black market. So that was like 2,000 people that just got banned for no reason. Now, another thing, every black market server has seller and buyer verification through roles, vouchers, and advertisings, right? If someone has never bought anything through a black market, it is so easy to check. Most of the time, the people getting banned for joining these BM servers are just kids who get curious. So maybe have your mods take the time out of their day to check if they're actually using them. And don't say that would take too long, it's a quick Discord search. And with all the times that these mods are saving by just clicking deny on every ban appeal they see, I'm sure they have the time to do a quick Discord search. And besides, anyone actually using black markets is using an alt account, so the real BMers aren't getting banned ever anyway, while people who join the servers out of curiosity are the ones getting banned. Next up is about mod points, a terrible system which asks for quantity over quality as far as moderation actions go. For the absolutely tiny bit of you who don't know, mod points are given to moderators who do mod actions like accepting and denying appeals, restores, bans, and basically anything a moderator does. The problem with this is that it means that mods can get things with these points, but they're kind of just incentivized to go through everything quickly rather than actually reading appeals all the time, which is especially easy to see when reading ban appeals because sometimes members will ask for their ban reason and it'll just go unanswered, and it seems like whoever denied or accepted it just didn't read what the person was asking. So let's just remove mod points as a system entirely and just give stuff to the mods with increasing tiers as they get promoted. Just let them have all the exclusive accessories, maybe a restore or 2 on their slots per month, maybe give, I don't know, senior mods and stuff exclusive races. This would mean that you guys can just give better perks to higher ranked moderators who are active and do their jobs well. This would mean the mods would be doing higher quality work and they wouldn't be staring at my messages looking for ways to warn me for 3 hours straight. So yeah, just remove mod points and demote mods who aren't doing their jobs and give the good ones active free stuff. Just give them free stuff if they're good at their jobs. Now, the moderation rulebook has a little excerpt in it about how moderators should be patient and apply context to the scenarios that they're warning people in. What I'm assuming are mod points, the mods are both not patient most of the time, but also seemingly choose to ignore context a lot of the time. First case being this clip on screen now, where this guy is banned from the game for making a joke where he admits to auto-parrying after beating someone in a 1v1. That's just insane. Using a joke as an admission of guilt for XP exploiting without actual proof and banning the guy because he said, "Yeah, I'm auto-parrying." This both ignores context and content, and the appeal denial reason was just the metal link of the clip I just showed you guys. They literally just didn't want to go through the effort of unbanning this guy from the game, so they didn't accept it because, oh, then I have to go into Roblox and unban this guy. The second example is my recent ban. It was my third warning, the first of two of which I actually think were valid, because I said a certain US senator needs to be shot. I still stand by that statement. That guy is an old windbag fuck who needs to get out of office. Regardless, the third one, which I was temporarily banned for, is, in my opinion, a bad warning. A fan said something to me in chat like, "They should tickle your feet." I responded jokingly with, "They should also kill you." That guy knew I was joking. In context, it's not that bad. Out of context, it kinda looks like a vague death threat, but it's not even specific or visceral, which is literally what the rulebook states. I'll come back to that. So it seems like the mods were kinda just cherry-picking threats for points. And the worst part is, I think they only saw it because I'm a YouTuber. Worse things are said in that chat every single day, and they just blend in with the sea of green names because the mods aren't actually scrolling, they're just looking for different colors. But Discord warnings are free and easy mod points, so when someone with a different name color says something they can possibly spin a warning on, it seems like the mods bite immediately. And if I weren't a YouTuber, that would have been a permanent ban. You can say it's unfair, but get real for a second. Nobody is of equal standing in real life or on Discord. Hierarchies have and always will exist, and it's Discord, who cares? I was banned from the server before the game even released, and being unbanned from it made me hate it more. Now, there is one more thing the mods did that I don't know if they've done recently, but baiting people for warns and mutes for mod points is something that I have seen. An example of this was a mod that just kept saying trans rights and spamming the general chat, waiting for someone to say shut up or nobody cares. Why? Because you're a mod spamming the chat. But according to them, that makes the person saying shut up transphobic, and now they're allowed to ban them from the Discord. What the fuck is this evidence planting bullshit? I've heard of and seen screenshots and clips of mods doing this to ban people for like the last year. Not within like the last few months, but before that. This is the Discord equivalent of planting drugs in someone's car after pulling them for going 11 over the speed limit. And this just shouldn't be allowed. Maybe it isn't anymore, but they were basically using rights activism as a cover for, I'm rage baiting people in general so I can ban them and get more points for the mod shop. And that was really dumb. And I see why they would do it, you know, it's probably the easiest way to get mod points is Discord moderation, because you don't have to go in game, you really don't have to do anything but type a message in the Discord chat. And that was just really dumb. Now, I haven't seen or heard of it recently, so maybe the head mods cracked down on this, but regardless, it should have never been happening. Now, let's also maybe put the in-game rulebook into the game, on like the menu or something, because lots of people who play the game aren't in that god-awful Discord server, so maybe having the rules shown in-game would be nice. I won't talk extensively about this rule because I have in the past, and every time I do I get some backlash from it. But the WS rule, for example, if you're not in the Deepwoken Discord and get banned for this, how would you ever have known that you did something wrong? It's such an obscure thing to get banned for, because nobody who casually plays the game would ever assume it's bannable, because it's about on par with teabagging someone in Call of Duty. Regardless, the rules are rather inconsistent as well, with specifically the WS rule being the worst case of inconsistency, as it states that you will be banned for doing it while referencing something inappropriate. However, people get banned for doing it without saying a word all the time. Another example of inconsistency, not to go back to my ban, but the rulebook clearly states only specific death threats which are visceral are bannable. So, going by that, me being warned for just saying, they should kill you too, doesn't break any rules. So let's either make the rulebook more general or apply the specifics as they are, because you can't add a rule which is specific and then deviate from that specific set. Either make a general rule about no talking about violent subjects or any sort of death threats regardless of how minor they are, or follow the rules in your own fucking guidebook. And maybe, just potentially have your moderators read it and ensure that they do before they go out warning and banning people who aren't breaking your rules. Because the mod that banned me got reprimanded for banning me because he wasn't supposed to. He perm banned me, and it was supposed to be a temp ban. But it just shows, like, the fact that he went ahead and banned me when he wasn't supposed to be the one who did it, and then he did it wrong too, just shows that they don't even follow their own rules. And then temp bans just aren't automatically lifted for whatever reason. You guys do realize both Roblox and Discord bots let you time people's bans, right? So why do people have to appeal after a time frame for their unbans? Is it for the mod point incentive? It's more work for no reason when you could just slap people with 1-month bans. It doesn't make sense to have people appeal their temporary punishments because you made them permanent. That's stupid. Now, a little bit off topic here, but my favorite rule is the one about spreading malware. Why do we need to list this? That's just an actual crime. And the fact that this is listed means someone within the Deepwoken community probably got their computer bricked by a fucking combo macro or something. And thinking about that is actually just really funny. Anyway, the last point I want to make here is, why is there a time limit on appeals? This one is very problematic because Deepwoken's Discord didn't always have an appeals Discord. At one point, if you got banned from the game, you would get automatically banned from the Discord, which leaves you with no way of appealing either. Which is even harder because they require phone number verification for the shitty Discord server, right? And then you guys made the appeals Discord like 2 years into the game's lifespan. And yet 2 years later, when I'm finally able to appeal, the ban I got from a glitch that I still have proof of isn't appealable because it's too old and you guys never gave me the ability to appeal it within the time frame. What is this? So if you got banned by the buggy Ironclad in verse 1, still have the clip to this day, you couldn't get unbanned because they banned you from the Discord server because for some reason they find it easier to ban people from the Discord than reading their appeals. You can't get unbanned no matter what because of this stupid rule book. Why is there a time limit on appeals? I understand maybe recent ones, but the fact that it applies to even old ones from before you guys let people properly appeal is stupid. Anyway, if I forgot anything dumb, please leave it down below. Follow me on Instagram, sub to the live channel. I love you all. Shoutouts to Brick, Goobka, and Jersey Drake Fan. My YouTube member is of the tier 2 or higher. Have an amazing day. I love you all, and goodbye.